What's up, yokais? It's your boy, Steph, and welcome back to another Yokai TCG. God damn it, I messed it up. We are back with another Yokai Showcase. Yes, I don't know why I did it like that, but hey, your boy's having some fun. So, I'm not gonna waste any time. It's a Yokai Showcase. You already know what we do in these kind of videos, so let's just jump right into it. First card is... mm, ah, the Ningyo. The Ningyo. Now, you're probably looking at this and saying, hey, isn't that a mermaid? Well, yes, you are correct. You see, the Japanese actually have their own version of the mermaid, one that has existed roughly about the same amount of time myths and legends of mermaids and sirens have been around. It's just the Japanese were influenced by the Chinese version. And so Ningyo. Okay, let's get right into the Ningyo here. So it is a water yokai, water type, water attack, weak to nature. As you can see the art here, I'm gonna put the art up. Yes, nice green. I added some. I wanted to. I took creative liberties when creating this particular yokai. And when I go into the description of the yokai, you'll see what creative liberties I took. And its effects here is 1 sacrifice to summon. If destroyed by another yokai, you can cast curse on any yokai in play. It is 5 HP and 2 attack, which is pretty standard for a 1 sacrifice monster. So yeah. About the Ningyo, they are mermaids in Japan, and nin is from the Japanese word human, being ningen, and gyo coming from the Japanese word for fish. So ningyo, right? The ningyo are not like the mermaids of the West that use their charm and song to seduce humans. No. You see, the Ningyo are more fish than human and usually have deformed fish-like faces and bodies, and they tend to look kind of grotesque. Um, However, my version here, I haven't done that. Wah. Yeah, they don't really look grotesque here because I didn't really feel like drawing a grotesque fish creature, because you know what? I'm gonna be drawing a bunch of yokai for for a long time, and so I'm gonna have plenty of opportunities to draw grotesque creatures. What else about the Ningyo? Ningyo can range in size. They can be as small as a human child to the size of a large seal. Also, their bodies aren't always like this. I'll put up some pictures of what Ningyo can look like, and you'll see how they differ from Western mermaids. Um, Interestingly enough, the Japanese have been familiar of the Western mermaid too, around the time that they've had their myth about the Ningyo. Um, they were somewhat familiar with the Western version due to cultural exchange, like when Westerners got to visit Japan and all that, and they exchanged folklores. Um, so because of that, the Japanese have kind of adopted the mermaid a little bit and kind of recognized the mermaid as the Ningyo's beastly relative. So to the Japanese people, the mermaids and the Ningyo are related. It's just the Ningyo are just the ugly relative. So yeah, a cool thing about the Ningyo is the flesh of the Ningyo is said to give eternal life. Yes, so if you catch it and eat its flesh, you there is a possibility, it's actually not guaranteed, but there's a possibility that you can live forever and maintain eternal youth as well. Um, I do believe there are several myths and legends about this, such as let's see, there was a myth of a fisherman who caught a ningyo and but didn't know what it was and was like, huh, well, that's a weird fish. And then he put it in a box, and what ended up happening was he put it in a box, and he went away on a trip. And while he was away, I think it was like his daughter or his wife. I think it was his daughter. Um, she was hungry, and she saw the fish, and she ate the fish, not knowing that, what it was. And as a result, she was given eternal life or immortality, but she didn't know it until she lived for 800 800 years. Yeah, I think how the story goes is like, when she was given her eternal youth and immortality, she didn't notice a change in her body. She just lived her life, and she got married, but she noticed her husband would get old, but she would stay the same. And then her husband died, but she was the same. So she remarried again, and then her husband grew old and died again. And she remarried again. Husband grew old and died again. And eventually she got tired of like outliving her husbands and became a nun for 800 years. But then she got tired of living for 800 years, and so she came back home and killed herself. Yeah, pretty sad and depressing. But a lot of Japanese folklore is sad and depressing. So Japanese just love tragedy. So yeah. Another thing is, um, even though the meat can grant you immortality, it's not wise to hunt a Ningyo because they have supernatural powers, and harming a Ningyo can actually cause the Ningyo to put a curse on you and the people around you. And the curse can lead to your village slash town getting swept away by a tsunami or tidal wave or earthquake, crazy storms. Your village or town might get stricken with famine. Yeah. Or or if the ninja was clever enough to curse its own meat, if you were to eat the meat, you will be given immortality, yes, but you might just turn into a horrible fish creature too. So yeah, ninja are not to be messed with. Next yokai. And we have ah okay, so there's a typo already. Right here it says Omi Kuma when it's supposed to be Oni Kuma, as in demon bear. That's right, Oni, demon, Kuma, bear. So it's supposed to be Oni Kuma, not Omi Kuma. So yeah. This is a nature yokai, so nature type, nature attack, weak to fire. It is a 1 sacrifice monster with 6 HP and 3 attack, which I guess it's fitting because the thing is, so basically Japanese black bears that live a long time in the wild can become a yokai, and they can become a demon bear where they grow in size and aggression and extremely powerful. Which is actually, yeah, so it has flavor text, not an effect here. It says a bear which has lived for a very long time and transformed into a yokai is called an onikuma or demon bear. So yeah, nothing too crazy, it's just a demon bear. Chances are I will change the effect of that yokai sooner or later, because I gave it that because I wasn't quite sure what to do with the yokai, but this was a while back when I made this, but now I think I have a better idea what effect I might give it. Next card. The Kappa. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the Kappa, which is, or Kappa, which is a yokai that is very popular, one of the most well-known and popular yokai in the world. Like, even people that don't really know much about yokai might have heard or be familiar of the Kappa, even if they don't know what the name Kappa is, they probably might have seen a depiction of this creature. So yeah, so let's take a look at the Kappa. We have Kappa, water yokai, water attack, weak to lightning, and it has a classification as Kappa, meaning that there will be a kind of like support slash archetype in the future, and variants. And its effect here reads, when this yokai is soaked, it gains 2 HP. The effect can only be used once per summon. So, once per summon. Which is an interesting, because remember, if you think back to my effect video, I did say that water yokai are not affected by soak. Well, this guy changes that. That's right, because if you soak this guy, he gets plus 2 HP, which means that 3 HP right here becomes a 5. And he has 2 attack. Yeah. The Kappas are one of my favorite yokai as well. So let's get into some Kappa knowledge, some Kappa facts, because I think it's fitting. Because, it is October after all, at the time that this video is being released, the first Yokai Showcase of October. So I'm going to share some facts, some gruesome facts that most people tend to not know about the Kappa. So if you have fond memories of the Kappa, I might just ruin those for you. So, the Kappa, also known as the river child, often found in lakes, rivers, ponds, all over Japan, even the ocean, but more so close to land. Well, actually, I think they're only in fresh waters, not salt waters. But either way, they are omnivorous, but they prefer cucumbers and human entrails. Okay, their favorite foods are cucumbers and human entrails. That's right. They like to eat human entrails. Kappa are aquatic reptilian humanoids who inhabit the waters of Japan. They are clumsy on land but swift in the water. Okay? They thrive during the warm months. Kappas are small, generally the size of a child, yet despite their small size, they are physically stronger than a grown man. Their inhuman traits I'm gonna list off some of their things. Their skin reeks of fish and is removable, as in they can remove their skin. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they can remove their skin. I don't know what purpose it serves. I don't know. Here's another weird one. They have 3, count them, 3, uno, dos, tres, ichi, ni, san, 1, 2, 3, anuses that allow them to pass 3 times as much gas compared to humans. I don't know why this is an advantage. When I was reading up on the Kappa, this was like presented as some sort of flex, like an advantage. And I'm like, how is this a flex? How is this an advantage? Okay, so you can stink up a room much faster than a human being. Great. Great. I don't know, but I think this is more of meant to be comical or humorous, because ancient Japanese did like their toilet humor, so they did like their fart and poop jokes. So that could be a reason as to why that's a thing. Of course, their most distinguishing feature is the dish-like depression, aka the dent on the top of their heads, which holds water. I put that like right here, right there. It's like an indentation with water in it. Yeah, it's like an indentation with water in it. It's said that water is the source of their power. Yes, source of their power. The dish should be filled with water at all times. Should the water spill out or dry up, a kappa can lose its power or be unable to move, or even worse, die. A young kappa lives in a family group or family groups per se, like a small little pack of sorts, but single adult, but um, adult kappa with single adult kappa tend to live alone. However, they can befriend other yokai and humans, um, which means that kappa are not inherently good or evil. They are more in the middle. They can be bad, they can be good, or they can be indifferent. So yeah, kappa are smart. They can learn human languages. They are masters of herbal medicines and setting bones in place. There are some tales and legends that says that some doctors of the human world were actually taught some medicine techniques by kappa. And another distinguishing trait about the kappa is they do sumo wrestling. Sumo wrestling is their preferred fighting style. And remember, despite their small size, they are stronger than a full-grown man. So yes, um, so the tale of the kappa was generally created to scare and keep um primarily children out of the water, or at least keep them from going to like near water alone, because children can fall in and drown. So they need to keep children away from the water. So they created the myth of the kappa. And one of the scary things is, so I mentioned that they eat entrails, but I did not mention how they eat entrails. They eat entrails through your butt.
I have several questions.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They take their beak, stick it right to your butthole, and suck out your intestines. That is a that is a very unfortunate way to die. That is a very unfortunate way to die. So naturally, this did scare children. Um, However, the kappa do have a weakness, not a weakness, but like if you were ever in danger of having your entrails sucked out through your butthole by a kappa, the more I keep saying it, the more ridiculous it sounds. Um, there is a way to get them off of you, and that is farting. That's right. You fart in their mouth. Yep, fart in their mouth. They will, you know, they will react like anyone else would if you were to fart in their mouth. Like seriously, if my mouth is open and you fart in my mouth, I'm gonna be like disoriented disoriented for a little bit, like ew, gross, why did you do that, uh which should give you enough time to run away. And remember, kappa are clumsy and slow on land. So yeah, well guys, those are the yokai for this video. Three again. I'm sorry. I know you guys would like to see more, but I don't want these videos getting too long. And already this thing is reaching past 19 minutes. Oh my god. So, yes. Tell me what you think. What do you think of these yokai? Did you like the Ninkyo? Did you like the Onikuma? I promise I'll make this guy cooler. And did you like the kappa? I bet y'all like the kappa. Come on, I like the kappa. Come on, come on. Archetype coming soon. Come on. Probably not in set 1 though, but come on. So yeah, tell me what you think. You love it, you hate it. Questions, suggestions, down in the comments below. Go crazy. Let me know. Let me know. I always I always respond when I can. So, socials also down in the description below. You follow me, I follow you. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.